the first move I'd like to show you is, I'm just going to tuck in tight the elbows at the waist, and we're just going to do jabs. So you just think like a box of jabs, jabs. So it's a sharp, sharp move. So boom, boom, boom. And clearly, you can do that with your heavier weight. And you always keep control. So imagine that with your heavier weight. Making sure that everything is under control. The next one I want to show you is just opening. You might be able to open wide. I can feel tightness in my shoulders. So your elbows are still in at your waist, and you're just opening, and you can really feel the work in the shoulders and the triceps. Amazing move. When I do these moves, sometimes I travel with them. So you are just walking, for example, so maybe punch, 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 and then you might be back. It's a bit fast going back. This is not a move to do fast, really, to be honest. You need to keep the air control on that. So that it could be combined with a walk forward and back, for example. Maybe you should do a better example of that. So you'd be punch, 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 open and close, and open and close. That's kind of how it would go. The next move, definitely, you really need to make sure that you can hold your weight and keep control, that you do not over push this or have too heavy a weight, because it's involving basically softening the knees, taking the arm fully up and down, and you're alternating, so you're lifting and taking it down. You'll feel it down your shoulders and your traps. So you've got that up. And because I'm doing small weights, I can actually do that fairly rapidly. Definitely, if you are heavier weights or you're pushing to your limits, you will always keep that slow. And then we've got your lat side, so you've got this slow. So together there, slight bend in the elbow, and kind of flying open. And then if you were going to do this fast, for example, which you can do in the music, you can just make them small. Don't go too high. So you're like doing a pulse, slightly different, but still getting the work there. So you've got your slow, slow, fly, and baby pulse and flies. What move have I got next? Oh yes. So here, now I've got a bit of a gimpy funny arm, so sometimes it's a little bit wonky. So anyway, you're just going to press your chest and open. Press. And you're contracting those shoulder blades, the chest opening, it's contracting, the shoulder blades are widening. So you've got like this little pump at the chest. You really feel that. And then we've got this kind of scarecrow. So like, oh, I'm a scarecrow. So you're up to 90 degrees. You drop in front of you straight as if your arms are on a high table or high bench, 90 degrees. And keeping that 90 degrees, see how far you can get that down. You might be able to get that all the way down. I'm like halfway, say 45. But don't compromise yourself. Just do what you can. Always work with your body's limits. You might have injuries or tightness. You never push beyond that. And there's no point to prove an injury. And you might combine that. So you might go pump, pump, up and down, pump and pump, so on, so forth. Right, this one is like a deadlift, but you're going to take your weights down almost to the floor. You don't have to put them on the floor. If you're feeling really flexible, you could, but if I'm setting this to music, there's probably not time for that. So you're going to take it down, straighten from that squat. So you've got your lovely knee bend squat, bend, and your knees aren't going beyond your toes as you go down with the weights, straighten, and then you lift into like a shoulder press and bring them back down. So down, squat, straighten, and squat, shoulder press. That's a great combination to do indeed. You can do a number of those. So squat down and up, down and up. My next one I'd love to show you, you should do this with one weight. You really will need to have big hands or small weights to do this one. You can drop one weight down if you haven't, if you've got a slightly heavier weight. Or if you're just doing this without music, use one heavier, larger weight. I've got two small ones, so I'm fine. So basically I'm pivoting up towards the corners. So imagine this is an axe, it's called woodcutter basically. That leg's pivoting, so I'm not straining there. And then I'm chopping. See this leg swivel now? So I'm like chopping down towards that corner. And then I'm going to come back to center because I'm going to repeat that. So I'm going to go up, chop, center. Make sure this knee moves as well. You're not putting a strain on it. So up, chop that wood, back to center. And of course you can do that the other side. Up, chop the wood, and back to center. That's a great combination of moves. It's getting your full body working, you know, because you've got your travel, you've got your squats using your quads and your glutes. You could do plenty of work with the biceps, triceps, shoulders and traps. So also that. So yeah, let's put a bit of music on and have a shot at that then.